Okay, so today in this video, we're going to make a simple crochet bag that consists of 3 large granny squares. You can do it all in the same color or 3 different colors or however you like. So my first one is in French lilac, and this is in the color sun setting. And the color that I'm going to do the third square in is amethyst. And this is, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. So start with a slip knot on your hook. Tighten on there and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to that first chain, you're going to create a slip stitch, then chain 1, 2, 3. And then into the center, we're going to place 2 more double crochets. So 1, and you can just crochet over your tail, so we won't have to worry about weaving it in later. 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and back into the center we're going to make 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, then chain 2, 1, 2, and into the center again we're going to make 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then to the center again place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, then chain 2, 1, 2. And then to the top of the second crochet, we're going to go into the top of that and create a slip stitch. And that close off that round. But now we want to move over. We'll just move over. So we're going to put another slip stitch. Another slip stitch here. And then slip stitch into that chain 2 space. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then into that same chain space, place 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. And because we're going to create a corner, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into that same chain space, place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, And then we're just going to yarn over and go into this next chain space and create another corner. To do that, place 3 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 2, 1, 2, and into that same chain 2 space, place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space and do the same thing. Place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Place 3 more double crochets into the same chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Into the same chain 2 space, place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're just gonna go into the top stitch here, do a slip stitch, and to move over, do a slip stitch, and to move over into this space, do a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And there you have a square. So you just will repeat the same steps until you have your square as large as you need it, and you will create 3 of those squares. So I do 1 more row. To the same chain space, place 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. Chain 2, 1, 2. Into the same chain 2 space, corner space rather, place 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, go into the next chain space, 3 double crochets. Yarn over, go into the corner space and create another corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Into the same corner space, place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the next space, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the next corner space, create another corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Into the next same space, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the next space, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Create your next corner, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. 3 more double crochets into that same corner space. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into this next space, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. No, not don't yarn over. Go into the top chain here. Create a slip stitch. Into the next chain, slip stitch. And then to the chain space, create a slip stitch. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And you would just do that. Continue that until you have the size that you need. Okay, so when you have your 3 squares made, we're going to lay them out like this. So the way, and then we're going to sew the sides together. The way I'm going to do it is going to have a seam on the outside. So I'm going to sew it with the right side facing up. But with the seam, if you want the seam to be on the inside of your purse and not on the outside, then you would sew it together with the wrong side facing up and then turn the bag inside out. So to do that, I'm going to sew this side together first. And I'm going to sew it together using the purple color. These 2 sides together. So these 2 sides together. I'm going to go into both corners and place 2 single crochets. And then you're just going to line them up and you'll go from catch both sides and create a single crochet. And again, in a corner, place 2 single crochets. And this is what you should have. So I'm gonna leave the string attached here, and then we're gonna come over here and sew, do the same to this side. Okay, so now that you have your side sewn out, if you're gonna have a seam on the outside like I have, then we're gonna turn the work over to the wrong side to start. And if you're not going to have the seam, this is what it would look like, but you would sew it together with the wrong side facing out towards you. So to sew in the sides, you're going to fold in your corners like this, and you're going to take your middle square and fold it up, and we're going to do the same thing that we did on this side and sew this side together and then sew that side together. So to do that, I did not detach my yarn, so we're gonna go into here and place 2 single crochets, and you're just gonna do the same thing we did to the sides and just line them up again. And then when you get to the end corners, put in 2 single crochets. So you would just do this until you get to the end and do the same thing to the other side. And I'll meet you back to show you how to add the straps. Okay, so when you finish sewing it, you should have a bag that looks similar to this. And so now we're going to add the straps. You could attach the straps here and make it as wide as you want. But me, I'm going to make my strap, instead of make it horizontal. So you can chain as many chains as you need to make it the length that you need. So I'll probably do maybe 100 chains. So chain 100 chains, or how many ever chains you need. Okay, so now for the strap, I chained 100, and I did half double crochets, and I did 6 rows of those. And we're gonna take it and sew it. So sew it to one side. We're gonna take it and sew it to the other side. So thread your needle. And we're gonna match it up. Flip it on the inside out. Line it up like this.